Yo! Whoa! Cool guy. Fender's the name and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Give me a fucking break. Chess. No, this guy's not important enough for chess. Oh, it is chess. All right, yo, how's it going? Very excited to play this. I've been waiting. I think it's been a month or maybe longer. I've been really dying to get into this, but I've been busy and I kind of put myself in a bad spot because like I would want to play this really badly. I would have played this, but I have to set everything up for the stream and get ready. So I've been in a position where I couldn't play it, but I'm really excited to get to chapter 2. I was so into chapter 1. I had a lot of fun playing it. I had a lot of fun doing the little voices and stuff. And I'm really digging this game a lot. I'm going in blind, so I'm really into the chibi stuff. I'm into the way this is played so far, and I don't know. I'm super pumped. So let's do this. All right. Let's think. What happened last time? Oh, background. That's right. We had Rook and Knight and the President. If I continue. The Captive Turnabout. Beginning, opening. It's like chess, I guess. Maybe the first chapter is called beginning, and in this specific chapter it's called opening. Maybe last time it was like beginning before the assassination. All right, let's see. I bet we're gonna meet a little chess boy. Or a chess, maybe a chess girl. I wonder who that little composer is. I thought they were a boy, but they might not be a boy. They also might not be into chess. We've already had one chess dude. All right, let's see. Let me stop yapping. Episode 2, The Captive Turnabout. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's actually uncomfortable. Yo! That was fast. Is that a dog? Oh. Please tell me we get to defend the dog. Yeah, that was interesting. I like the old Ace Attorney style of just having a PowerPoint presentation that you look at a bunch of pictures of. I feel like it's charming. Maybe they could have animated something. But that's crazy that Knight is dead. I feel like I sort of expected that to come back in like the second to last or last chapter, because he had some kind of other, I can't remember because it's been too long, but he had some kind of like other like main story ties, it seemed like. Oh no, maybe DeKiller. I think DeKiller got hired by somebody. We're like, who hired you? And that seems like that's the main thread of this game. March 27, 10:16 a.m. Who's that wanted guy? Music. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure their guard will bring him any second now. The killing of Bastian Rook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who's been charged with the murder. Wait, am I bugging? The killing of Bastian Rook. We don't know that Bronco Knight is dead. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I to be the prosecutor behind the bench. I know we'll never prosecute because it's like mechanically less interesting. Like it's hard to have Edgeworth fight in court and that be the main game. It's just more fun to play defense. I think all the engagement is in the cross-examination, so like it's tough to do that if you're Edgeworth. But it'd be really cool to maybe even just like for a little bit a gimmick or something, let us do some kind of mini game in court. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench. That's why in Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, you play as the defense, and when Professor Layton is briefly not with you, you're still playing the defense. When Edgeworth, you get to play as him finally, it's as the defense. When you play as Mia, it's as defense. But man, I would love to be a prosecutor. What's taking so long? You there, what's going on?
I don't know, sir. Oh, we've got a situation. It's Knight. He's been killed.
What? Killed? In the detention center? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you waiting for? Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime at once.
Yes, sir.
Your life, your choice. Whoa. It's so dark down there. I also love the way they ran. So it didn't happen in the holding cells, but surely that's where he was being held.
What's the holdup? The crime scene's this way.
In a vault?
Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to...
The prison proper. Yes. You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly, no. Those are the detention center's holding cells. That's where defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose.
Yeah, it's where people who are convicted serve out their time.
I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be.
I've unlocked it, sir. Please follow me.
Hey, whoa. Definitely a little dog pen. Oh my god. Every time. These games are really fun, but I love every time there's a murder. You've got like an I Spy game to play, and there's just 18 things sitting on them and around them. That's Knight, all right. I also saw a dog, little pen or something. But he's dead. How could this have happened? And how did he wind up inside the prison proper? This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no? He was. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been here.
Maybe he wandered his way over.
I doubt it. Oh, here we go. Okay. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. Okay, gotta keep track of that. I suppose we better take a closer look at Knight's body. We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Alright, here we go. What is that? Whip. Was that a dog? Time to inspect every suspicious nook and cranny. Indeed. This area is too big to take in all at once. Fortunately, I could use the right stick to look up further or down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Looks like a pulley of some kind. Maybe the prisoners use it for work. I suppose so, yes. Okay, so I know you're gonna say no, but absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope. Ah, I knew it. I should have known you were being serious. They're growing on me. They're very cute. I like that even though Edgeworth seems clueless, he knew what she was gonna say. I like that they're tight like that. That's cute. Weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage. Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made up of cages, but cells. What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth. You've got to look at the basic nature of things more. That's a Maya sounding line. Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. Okay. There was a rope near Knight's body, too. Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. She seems genuinely disappointed. These tarps are rather colorful. A clue? They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. Look! There's a whip on top of them. You know what that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it here? Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me. Okay. Okay. Alright. This part of the floor is covered with dirt.
You know what that means, sir? Footprints!
Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them.
Guess we just gotta wait till forensics to get here.
Yes, and in the meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it.
Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh?
Good point, Mr. Edgeworth. That's the dirtiest looking jacket.
Thanks!
My concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, detective. At least he thought that. That was nice. Anything out of the ordinary to report, officer? Yes, sir! There's this one thing! Go on. There's a body in the workshop, sir. He's right! That's definitely out of the ordinary. If anything else occurs to you, you know where to find me. These seem to be lists of prisoner reservations for this workshop. What are all these numbers, Mr. Edgeworth? Prisoner numbers, I'd imagine. I'd hate to be given a number like that. I rather agree. People are meant to have names. I'd much rather be called Great Thief or the Saki Yatagarasu. Alright, no name for you then, I guess. I'm gonna save the body for last. What's with all the weird equipment? I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious in here. Smells weird though, kinda musky, like wet fur. I didn't know you had such a keen nose. Oh, it's nothing special really, except when it comes up to sniffing treasure. Remind me to seal all my valuables away in airtight containers. No way, Mr. Edgeworth, I'd never steal any of your stuff. But you would happily steal someone else's? I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. We'd better take a closer look. A rubber glove. Yep, just the one though. I should examine it in more detail. Oh, inmate use only. Okay, that makes the suspects interesting. The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilled. Okay, checks out. We can? How come? Because it had been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, then the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it. Oh, meaning there's only a band of blood around the edge of the fingers and not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body, maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed? It's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there!
Yes, sir!
Have you seen that glove before?
Yes, sir. The prisoners wear them for work.
It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Okay. Chessboard, goofball. Huh? Is that?
Oh, I've seen one of these in your office, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sure you have, detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victim's, I'd imagine. Makes sense. He loved chess after all.
Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time.
A folding chessboard with a peach sword inside. Okay, let's open it. Bum, bum. Okay. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Let's think. Did he have this when we saw him? Are those all the pieces? Looks like it. 8 pawns, 2 rooks, yeah. Okay. These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones you have in your office. So how come these are black and white? Most chess pieces are. The ones in my office are custom made. As in, they're unique and, probably valuable. I like the sound of that. She's got that glint in her eye. She better not be planning a robbery. Okay. Okay. His neck brace is soaked with the blood from the hole in his neck. I would assume that's the cause of death. It was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck with something?
Maybe he fell and hit his head after we stabbed in the throat.
It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Kay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body? Sure thing. All yours, Gummy.
Thanks. Alright, here we go. His clothes sure are a mess though, huh?
Indeed, they appear to be covered in dirt. Okay.
Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry.
It would be a grave error to think that anyone else could be quite like you, detective. Okay. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp. I wonder if he got dragged through it or something? And there's a rope on top of it. Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? We should take a look under the sheet as well. Is he holding something? Yep. Look at all that red stuff! Yes, I'd say that's blood. He was probably put inside the tarp and dragged. What's he holding though? A little eraser? We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover, I'm sure of it. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, a ring. It's a ring! And an expensive looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything. Okay. It seems like that is it. And then this station. It's a sink. It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues. Nope. No whiff of treasure either. You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? Okay. That was not super useful. Okay. Talk to Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. Arrested for murder on the afternoon of the 25th and killed on the morning of the 27th. Talk about instant karma. Never would have thought our perp would turn into a victim himself, though.
Yes, I don't like this at all.
You don't think it was that ice cream guy, do you, sir?
I don't.
Knight had seen his face, right? Maybe couldn't afford to let him live.
Well, we did too. Shelly to kill her, you mean? No, if this were his doing, he certainly would have left a calling card. And besides, Knight isn't the only one who knows what he looks like. We do too.
Oh yeah, and I guess we're still alive, so...
Still, this is a high security facility. I just don't understand how it was even possible. Oops.
Guess it makes sense having the detention center and the prison in the same building. Means they can share visitors' room.
Indeed, it's an unusual design, but it's certainly convenient for anyone visiting.
Yeah, but then, why have two different areas in the first place?
For the two different classes of detainees, of course, those pre-trial and post-trial. The two facilities may be housed in the same building in this case, but they are actually quite different.
Well, all I know is that they're both cramped and dark, and don't let you leave when you want.
Perhaps spending a night in each would help clarify the differences between them.
No, I'm good, thanks. Good one, Mr. Edgeworth. I think. You weren't showing me that for a reason, were you? Wouldn't know the first thing about it.
And yet, that doesn't seem to bother you at all. Okay, that was kind of a Hail Mary. Okay, check. Can we move? Oh, logic. Oh, I can probably do the tarpon. Oh, I thought it'd be the rope. Waiting for the bloody tarp and the rope. These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Hee hee, that'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around. I thought you were on sabbatical. Alright, that's it. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering. Ha! Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together. Right, Gummy?
You betcha! We're unstoppable. A regular Three Musketeers.
Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Murder weapon.
Huh? What do you mean, sir?
What's missing from this crime scene? The murder weapon. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere.
You're right. I didn't even think of that.
Come now, Detective. These are quite basic investigative principles we're talking about here.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir.
Don't worry, Gummy.
It hadn't crossed my mind either.
A fact that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that can prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. What was the murder weapon? And where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Huh. Didn't know the guy had a whole entourage. Whoa! Cool guy!
Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of the crime, right? Wait a second. Are you? No way. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow.
Mr. Fender, it has been far too long. God, that song's sick. I've seen this guy, he's super cool looking.
I know, right? But even after all this time, I know that deep bow anywhere. And that neck wear obs.
Wow, he's so interesting.
Manfred von Karma. The man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here.
Pff, sorry.
What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer.
Detective, please.
Edgeworth? Wow. Guess that explains the fresh face. Can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in his day.
I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been?
Man, good question. But who's counting, eh? Been away traveling so long I lost track. You know how it is.
But you know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you anyway? This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. Oh my god. His fedora. Eddie Fender. Is that a pun?
Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney.
Give me a fucking break. Oh, I gotta know what they said in the original, or the fan translation. I have to know how they translated this guy, because this is wild.
Detective Get Gumshoe.
And I'm Kay Faraday.
Great thief.
I'm on sabbatical at the moment, though.
A great thief. Wow, that's so romantic. Très chic, if you will.
Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple.
Sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang with you guys if you'll have me.
Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only, and they have to be super fun and super cool and...
Hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in.
You've got to be kidding.
My bad, my bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know?
Ahem, and so why are you here, Mr. Fender?
Whoops. Almost forgot that this is your scene.
Keeping the defense out is strategy number 1 in the Von Karma playbook, isn't it?
Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
That cue is so cool looking.
Hold it!
Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is unfortunately understandable.
It is?
I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney.
Guilty as charged, Your Honor.
Well, I was supposed to be anyway. So he was planning to represent Knight if his client hadn't been murdered. And he would have faced off against each other in court. I better see what he has to say for himself. God, he's cool looking. So, the victim asked you to represent him.
Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today.
As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found.
I'm about as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up.
Wow, it looks so good. A little octopus weenie. Mr. Fenderer. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison.
Oh yeah. Well, it's here now. Want some? Little vice I picked up on my travels. So Moorish.
No thank you.
Fine, you do you. What are you doing here anyhow? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side.
Von Karma was always more of a convict the defendants at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that? That was a long time ago.
If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies?
No, thank you. Have you met with your client previously?
Yes, indeed, Your Honor.
Just yesterday, in fact.
The Bronxer called me in the minute he was arrested.
Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that.
Boy, did he not like you. Trash talked you something fierce. Can't say I didn't join in the fun, though.
Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender?
Lighten up, kid.
I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here, and I don't think that I ever had much of gas. Oh, so you come here a lot?
Hey, don't get the wrong idea, little lady.
I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually where I'm at, but this isn't exactly my first time in the clink either. Can I tell you something I just realized? I'm so dumb. My peripheral saw him doing the air quotes, and I would just, whenever I saw him start doing air quotes, I would start putting emphasis on the wrong word. So it's where I'm at is what he's putting in air quotes, but I read the visitor's room because I saw him do that, and I was like, why did my brain do that? In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime?
Huh?
Oh, this room?
No, dude. What do you know about it?
I'll give you 3 choices. Classroom, morgue, or recreation room. Recreation? No. There's chemicals, and a washing station, and a hook. A morgue. Is it a morgue?
Well, it does have a dead body in it, and dead body equals morgue, am I right?
Now, let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we?
Oh no, you got it wrong!
This is actually... That was what I was gonna fucking guess! Wait, was that an option? Classroom, morgue, and... Classroom, maybe, oh, whatever. A workshop. I buy that. Was that an option? Am I just dumb? Did I miss that? So all the options he gave me are wrong. Okay. Okay. How infantile. The cons come here to perform various duties. They can learn on new skills too. Banks and qualifications for when they're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. My man over there probably does though. Right, compadre? Yes sir. The workshops are locked with physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sounds. Okay, I have a crazy idea. What if a dog wore that as a little collar? I'm trying to figure out how the dog fits in. The dog wears the collar and drags the body in because he knows a drag trick or something. If they let it ring for too long, then bzz, they'll get a real shock, if you know what I mean. And if they try to break or remove the bracelet, bzz, a shock 3 times worse than that. What? That's brutal. I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensors for them and let them in. You get all that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No sir, no one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had. So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Okay. Which means... How did he get in? That there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. The body. I'll take another quick look at the crime scene and employ my new powers of deduction to solve this mystery. By Eddie Fender. A defender. Eddie Fender. A defender. Is that... Ah, no. I was so excited. I was like, that's a normal name. I like that. I miss when there were normal names. I don't think Mia Fey is a pun. Von Karma isn't a pun. That's just a cool German sounding name. A defender. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, am I dumb? I thought they said check this thing because it'll be able to see. Oh, I can deduce. The question is, how did he get in if there's no net? Oh, wait a minute. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Okay, it's not worn around their neck. That was my dog theory. It's worn around their wrists. Eureka! Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, you can't hit me with the Eureka and then I'm wrong. That's so embarrassing. There's something present at this crime scene that shouldn't be here. I'm fairly sure I have a piece of evidence that proves that fact beyond a doubt. Da, 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 da. What am I doing? What's not? I think it's. I feel like it's the body is not supposed to be here because nobody was entered. The body, the tarp. What am I missing? What's not supposed to be here that we just deduced? We have the floor plans. I don't need that yet. There's workshop B. For inmate use only. Bloody gloves. Chessboard. Oh. Okay, maybe it's... How did the inmate glove get in here if no inmates came in?
Eureka!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Oh my god. I objected to the glove with the glove.
Eureka!
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. This glove should not be here because it's here and it's not supposed to be. Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to that guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room all day. And yet, here we have a rubber glove of the same kind issued to the inmates. This is a clear contradiction.
So where did the glove come from, sir?
I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. Yeah, it is. Let's go! There's something that's like OCD satisfying about like, I have a checkbox of things and I can walk right up to them and check them and walk right up and check them and I can just go nicely down the list. It's not like a cloudy haze. I know exactly what little tasks I have to do to complete the investigation. I do them. It gives me a little hint and says, you should look at this too. And then I look at it and then I'm done. And it's ching, 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 investigation complete. Feels really like, I don't know. I think Ace Attorney is, as I gotten older, it's better at directing you. But when I was a kid, I just remember like wandering. Like I have no clue where I am. I'm just talking to the same people, same places. And there's no like bookends. There's no like, you're done with that chapter. It's like big, dramatic, like you've been playing for 3 hours and the investigation's over, or part 1 of the investigation's over. But I like that this is segmented nicely. It feels very like orderly. You, apart from the prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room?
No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is.
Mr. Fender.
Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards
Aren't the only ones who can come in here.
Huh?
Oh, do you mean?
But sir, they're...
Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about?
What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours?
You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds?
I bet if you moseyed on out that door right now, you'd trip over some of them before you take in a step.
Listen, pal, we've had just about enough of your baloney.
Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wild fella, you have a very narrow mind.
What did you?
Hold it!
Detective.
Sorry, sir.
Look, just follow me, okay?
Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say?
Oh my god, his walk cycle is wild. Okay.
A monk. Yo!
I missed what he said. This is no ordinary prison.
This is no ordinary slammer.
Oh my god. Oh my god. A little mini pony. What are they called?
Here the humans have shared their space with someone's special friends.
Animals.
Yep. Furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me in on how it came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in the animal therapy a few years back. The cons are assigned a critter each, a buddy to help keep their spirits up.
Really?
Wow, that sounds like so much fun. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals. That's what the workshop is for.
Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. Read my mind, girl.
You got it. Room set up specifically for that training stuff. So, when you said someone else could have been at the scene of the crime... Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove?
Haha. That animation's funny.
Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, if you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison?
You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open the doors right up. They are? Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila. What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Ah, right. So the point is, they're not the baddies here. So there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. Okay. They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of door out, you see? Ah. That bell. What's that tinkling sound? Sir? Oh my god. Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Such a menace. They're worried about him sneaking up on you. I love this dog already. I love that we have a profile for the dog, but we're doing the time-honored tradition of giving them a little square, like the parrot, I feel like, and missile.
Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose to a dog. I refuse to lose to a dog. I refuse to lose to a dog. Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat them right. Come on now, come to Gummy. He calls himself Gummy. Oh. Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was certainly very different to the other animals. It seemed to have a real thing against me, and only me. Alrighty then, you've met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Then let's start with that guy. Hey, you there in the cell. I'm so sorry. Ignored again. Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Ha, not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. We'll start with the handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice. Seconds. Out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. Oh my god. Round 1, 10 reps each. This is unbelievable. What is this man up to? I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? Carcerato. Incarcerated. I love that all the prisoners have a little animal to go with their gimmick. That's good. That's very good. From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Carcerato. Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Fighter can't let his heart rate drop, see? It doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry you'll lose too much weight doing all that? Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it to the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was, back in the day. But it's good to stay fighting fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. This would not be cute or charming if he didn't have a bear on him. I like that. So, is the bear part of your training too? He looks kind of like an apron. It's so cute.
Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes.
He seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. What were you and Teddy doing at the time of the crime? Not what he asked.
Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie, and I didn't know nothing nohow.
I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question.
Yeah, you punch drunk or something, boss? I told you, I don't know zip.
So we won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more I'm certain that he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Carcerado?
Chess.
No, this guy's not important enough for chess. Oh, it is chess! No way! Oh, man. Me at Subway trying to order a sandwich and playing chess with him. Because they got my order wrong or forgot whatever. I just, in my head, the chess was reserved for like, I don't know. I guess we did it with the silly photographer girl, but in my head it was just like, that's something you square off with like an antagonist or a rival. Like Eddie Fender would have been a good person to play chess against. Like, seems like he's got something going on. Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. Okay, my guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements, and bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Mind chess.
Commence.
Tell me about your day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerado.
What? You want a shot at the champ? Is that it?
Bye. He's punchy.
Throwing in the towel already? That's gotta be a record.
Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time?
You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, you just try me. I ain't tired. Not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat.
Really? You look pretty sweaty to me.
Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired.
You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerado, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired, really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you told me about your quiet cell time this morning.
Oof. We gotta be careful there, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands.
Nice, very nice. He's hiding something. I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident?
I was catching some Z's. We both was.
The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered.
Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down. But he needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle.
Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime.
You don't say. So, Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew?
Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep, and that you are lying again.
You're good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work in a cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now?
The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. Yep, my bad. Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident?
What do you mean strange?
Answer this question. Tell me what was going on around that time.
Wish I could help you, boss, but I was asleep. We both was.
Time to deploy my clue. Not if that wasn't a thought. I'm gonna say that out loud next time. Right? Time to employ my clue. Are you good? Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself.
Oh, a counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming.
It seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Carcerado. It's time to come clean about what you know.
Alright, you don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Game over, bitch.
You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened earlier here. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerado?
Heck. Quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. Yeah. Laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring.
Humph. Checkmate.
Let's go! Mind chess checkmate. Let's go.
I think we've now established that you know more than you were letting on, don't you?
Fine. I'll talk.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. We should have given him a voice.
Hey, can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth.
He's such a little bastard.
And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know I'll be telling you know who what you've become.
Who know who?
Keen to get the lowdown, huh?
Well, that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay.
Whoa, don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive?
Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time.
Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know at least.
You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on doing the Von Karma way.
After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right?
What is he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerado. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last.
You won't land a glove on me, kid.
Oh, we're doing this again?
There was a show, finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways I tried to. Barely got to the counter two before someone screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out and get back to work.
I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help.
Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their concern.
I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training, Mr. Carcerado. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is.
There's a guy. The fixer, they call him.
What's a fixer?
Fella who can get his hand on just about anything you need. For a price.
No way. Think he can find me a... Perhaps, Mr. Carcerado, what you ought to ask for is a beginner guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in one.
You put me down. Try it, you bum.
And what am I, chopped liver? Rebuttal.
Hold it!
What kind of show was it exactly?
Depends on the day. They bring them in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Gives us cons a little something to look forward to.
And you went along to see today's show?
Sure I did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world now, can I? Then it was over.
Hold it!
What did this training involve?
Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope.
What? In that tiny cell? How? And what about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him?
Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight.
You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest?
I told you, didn't I? We're partners.
That polar bear with his tongue out is so cute.
A little extra weight is good for me. Anyway, I started jumping rope.
Hold it!
Tell us more about the scream you heard.
It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last. And I should know.
Whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and place, you know? So it was clearly audible.
Guy backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever heard something like that, boss? Well, I have. And yeah, it was clearly audible.
Hold it!
And that's all you heard. There was nothing else.
Nope, nothing much anyhow.
So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me.
Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come over here and see if make you squeal like he did?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Forgive the kid here, he doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles, apologize to the good man. But this is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague. Look, friend, how about you let this slide? Please, for me.
So yeah, I heard the voice like I said. Well, what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out and it gets back to work.
Hold it!
You were able to concentrate on your training even after hearing all that screaming.
Look, if we was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd have seen what I could do. But this ain't the outside. I can't go no place, even if I want to.
And you didn't think to slip out from your cell to go sneak a peek? I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that, except you, Kay. If only this wasn't a prison, Mr. Knight might have lived. I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. What? But if somebody could have just gotten to him in time... Mr. Carcerado is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Let's see. Killed instantly.
Objection!
I've never seen that before. That's a new contradiction. Someone was killed instantly but lived for a little longer. Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerado?
Huh? You trying to be cute or something?
The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did.
Huh?
You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible.
But there must have been a scream. He said there was.
He said there was?
Quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine. I admit it, I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so.
The next cell. Oh my god, Polly.
Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cell, same as always. Then, just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary one.
Scary how, exactly?
Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like, eek. Someone, anyone, come quickly. He's something like that.
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body.
Ah, that explains it.
So Mr. Carcerado was telling the truth. More or less. Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems with this testimony? Oh, wasn't there supposed to be nobody in there? I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head. Namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerado?
Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? Eh? What do you think I did? The crime or something, huh? From inside of this here cell. Guy died over there in the workshop, in case you forgot. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right. Neither of us could have done it. Because let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you'd all be toast. Eek!
That sprite is so good.
Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it.
I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that anytime again soon.
I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth.
What's my next move here? I won't get more out of them in this state.
Overruled.
Oh my god. What was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Order in the court.
Who died and made you boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here?
She's so fucking cool. Hush now. Silence is golden.
It is?
Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence.
What the hell is this instrument?
Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. Oh, she's Christian. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. That's like her motif, question mark? Guard, if you would.
Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there.
There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn. At least his polar bear gets to come with him.
No!
O goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care, O Holy One. We give thanks in your name. And you are? Chief Justice. Verity Gavel. Verity, truth, gavel, gavel. Verity Gavel, at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, and it is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should be not taken in vain, my child, for it is a sacred phrase from the Goddess of Justice herself. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? What the hell? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job it is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. Oh, this is what this game is going to be about. Because, like, we've been thinking about his misconduct. So it's like, who was reviewing Von Karma? Why did nobody give a shit? Why was Edgeworth allowed to forge evidence for so long? And now we're playing as them. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume. I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang out with the judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here.
Overruled.
Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association? Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay? So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the Goddess of Justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. And? What does the Committee for Prosecutory whatever you said want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
Okay. Okay. I can't believe this. Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus. And who are you, pal? Winner. Eustace Winner. Prosecutorial extraordinaire. I keep trying to add prosecutorial. Eustace Winner. Eustace Winner. Winner. Eustace. Eustace Winner. Eustace Winner. I don't know. What's the pun? Though you might know me as just the Winner, a name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. I have never heard of you. And how about Detective Flatfoot over there? Nope. Name means nothing to me. Well, to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say, so I'm sure most things sweet mean nothing to you. Ignorance is bliss, Winner. And I don't think sweet nothings mean what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't acquainted yet. Eustace only joined us last month. So he's nothing but a rookie? I'm not just any rookie. I am a winning rookie. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Now, let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining it, Judge Gavel? Very well. By the power invested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties. and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict.
Whoa. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case, just like that?
Judge Govell, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final.
Objection!
And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality. And while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. Cool. Whip sound effect? You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be an understatement.
Objection!
I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. But there is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate.
Overruled!
Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means? That rules can be freely ignored? That is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but give thanks to the goddess of justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal. To do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out.
What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What? You're not the boss of me?
Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says.
But sir...
Judge Govell. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? The committee's decision is beyond irrational. So yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving.
Right.
Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all this. Oh, what a great stopping point. Fantastic! Alright, man. I was super into that. I think picking a good location is really important for these ones. Like, I didn't really care that much about Blue Badger Land. The plane at the president's speech was cool. It was just a couple settings, so that's easy. A prison is like, I don't really care that much about, but a prison with a pig walking around. I like that. So I'm into this. I was kind of, I think you, maybe, you know, I haven't played this game, so I'm not sure. It seems to me, light spoilers, like you go back and play as Edgeworth's dad at some point, or you get to see him. And I have a feeling that Eddie is Edgeworth's dad's friend, and maybe Edgeworth did something to betray trust. But I did not expect to meet him the judge lady, and Eustace Winter. What's that pun? Can somebody tell me what Eustace Winter, what that joke is? I really was super into this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna do my best to record the next one as soon as possible because I like making them, and I want to upload something, and also because I just like, at this point I can't play it by myself, so I really want to make sure that I'm getting through it because I'm so into it. But thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. See ya. I really appreciate you watching all the way. That was really nice. All right. Bye.